As the prohibitions against cannabis go up in smoke in state after state, investors are smelling opportunity. At least I think that's the smell of opportunity. They're definitely smelling something, unless, of course, like Bill Clinton, they never inhaled. Look, we've got an incredible bull market in marijuana. I've been following these companies for a long time, and even though some of the publicly traded pot plays have gotten overheated, it's important to get our heads around the so-called green rush, because it's real. So tonight I want to introduce you to another cannabis cultivator. It's called Green Thumb Industries, which just executed a reverse takeover earlier this month and has started trading in Canada. Here's a company that grows, processes, and sells ganja through dispensaries, including concentrates and topicals and edibles. They now have 7 manufacturing facilities and operate 13 retail locations under the Rise Dispensaries brand, but they have licenses to open as many as 50 stores. Basically, they're both a retailer and a wholesaler. I like this business model. And look, Green Thumb is growing like, well, a weed. The thing is, this whole cohort is expensive, and I worry that legalization cuts both ways, as prices tend to plummet once states decide to get rid of pot prohibition entirely. Still, it's an intriguing story, so let's take a closer look with Ben Kovler. He's the founder and chairman of Green Thumb Industries. To learn more about his company and its prospects, Mr. Kovler, welcome to Mad Money. Good to see you, sir. Have a seat.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Ben, so tell us how big the opportunity is and why you've decided to go integrated and what you see the prospects are, say, 3-5 years.
Jim, thank you. We think this is a major opportunity. According to Cowen, it's a $75 billion U.S. opportunity. And when we look out there, we see Canada, that is a $8 to $10 billion revenue opportunity, trading at about $30 billion. And the U.S. right now is $5 billion or less. So that is the major opportunity as the world changes for cannabis.
You are a first mover. How do we know that bigger companies won't get involved? Or is it one of those things where we'll never touch it because it's not in their DNA?
Oh, no, they'll touch it. Right now, there is a moat around our business, both in the states and the country. The federal prohibition provides a moat around our business for us to execute. So us going public in Canada allows us access to capital, drives down that cost of capital to build scale in these markets, because everybody wants in. Let's be real. Right. There is a huge demand for this. The alcohol companies are seeing it, and you've seen evidence of them paying attention.
Now, how do we know? My daughter lives in Oregon. They ripped up a lot of Pinot Noir fields, planted a lot of pot. Next thing you know, the prices went through the floor. How can you protect yourself against something like that?
Great question. We think brands distributed at scale is how to win, and brands have pricing power. So we believe as the price of the commodity comes down, the brands have pricing power. We've seen that. That's the price of the hops or the barley going down, where the price of the branded liquor maintains pricing power.
You have a lot of people working for you in a lot of different facilities. Where are they, and where do you see these 50? You've got some, but where are the other 50, the rest of the 50 going to be?
We have an amazing team. We have over 350 employees with GTI right now, and that's amazing. Our highest growth market coming new is going to be Florida, which is a 21 million person state that is just opening up. But we have people all around the country. Our headquarters are in Chicago, and we're running the business like a branded CPG business, where we have a central headquarters where we can centralize and get scale as we distribute product.
Now, at one point, Jim Beam, great company, had a vision, and they made a fortune. What's the alcohol situation for pot?
Well, Jim, we think that's quite a coincidence you bring that up. We don't think history repeats. We think history rhymes. And right now, where we think brands distributed at scale in cannabis is going to be very similar to what happened in alcohol. And so we think the brands in alcohol is what won there. We think the same thing is going to happen in cannabis. And what's happening in our stores every day are people are drinking moonshine. And they're walking in and we're saying, you know what? A Beam and Coke would really taste good. And they're saying, honey, check this out. And then what about a Pinot Noir? And that's the equivalent of an edible or a tincture or a vape. And so we're opening the world's eyes to a brand new opportunity.
Demographic of users?
All over the place. Our largest growth segment is 55 and over and female.
55 and over. So there are people who obviously do not want to take opiates, who know it's better for them and know it's not addictive and can't really figure out what the heck's going wrong with this country, that the pill pushers give you stuff that could kill you, and this doesn't even make you addicted.
Exactly. Come into a Rise dispensary and you can have a better night's sleep, you can relieve yourself of pain or have a nice night out, no calories, no hangover.
Balance sheet?
Strong to very strong.
Sense that there'll be states that are going to come on in the next, say, 18 months that we're not thinking about yet?
Well, everybody's thinking about them as falling cannabis. So Ohio just awarded. We won 5 stores. And everybody's focused on New Jersey, which is where we are right now, where the applications are about to come out and new winners are going to come.
And in the meantime, can Governor Cuomo really take all those people going to Massachusetts? Doesn't he have to do it here, too?
Well, we'll see. We'll see legislation, move towards people getting jealous of tax dollars coming to other states.
Wow. Well, I got to tell you, you got a great plan, and I know our viewers care. I want you to do some work on it, but I believe this industry is very real, which is why we keep having people on.
I just wanted to say happy birthday to my dad. Booyah, Ski Daddy.
Why not? There we go. That's Ben Kovler. Happy birthday to Mr. Kovler. He's the founder and chairman of Green Thumb Industries. Mad Money's back after the break. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.